Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Professor Femi Olufumilade. I'm a professor of international relations and strategic studies with special interest in conflict and security studies. I am passing this message across to President Muhammadu Buhari, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami. Both of them, we've been together for a long time as political allies in the days of the defunct CPC and even before then. And even though one is not part of those who can, take decisions for the administration, one still feels that one should be able to intervene with pieces of advice when it is most needed. I want us not to view the arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, leaders of IPOB, as a thing to gloat or rejoice over, because I want to talk to you as an authority in conflict management, conflict resolution, conflict prevention now. And I'm putting on my cap of conflict prevention presently. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who was taken to custody, who later jumped bail, and now lately arrested, is not the same Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of old. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in custody right now is one who embodies the hopes and aspirations of thousands, if not millions, of Igbo youths who are ready to follow him to any length. And we have seen how he's been able to magnetize them to himself. Whether you believe in the logic of the cause he is advocating for or not, the fact remains that he enjoys a huge followership that are consequential as far as peace and harmony, particularly in the southeastern part of Nigeria, is concerned. So I will want to plead with the authorities to be magnanimous in victory in quote, and to go beyond that to see how a window can be opened for dialogue, so that whatever the grievances of his followers are, you will be able to resolve it amicably. But if you stand on the ground that they are terrorists, they should be treated with iron hand, well, I'm not sure we are going to see an end to this anytime soon. Because from my observation of the type of crowd he attracts, it's quite electrifying, it's quite magnetic, and they are overwhelmingly large. And I don't see them just running back into their cocoon now simply because he's been arrested. So I would rather plead that the federal government uses this opportunity to portray itself as one that can apply what President Obasanjo called the stick and carrot approach, by saying, now, let us discuss what actually is your problem. I'm not talking of Nnamdi Kanu as a person. I'm talking about the collective of Igbo youths and Igbo senior citizens who are also quietly behind the scene in support of the agitation by the IPOB members. And I'm not talking about this alone. I'm also talking about Yoruba youths and elders who are also rooting for Oduduwa nation. And they run into their millions too. You only need to take a look at the crowd they draw each time they go on the street to protest locally and even internationally. So if anyone sits in a comfort zone and say, these are charlatans, these people don't know what, they don't matter, well, it's like postponing the evil day. Because the caliber of Yoruba people that I have seen coming out to protest locally and internationally include professors, lawyers, engineers, top medical doctors, some of them first-rate medical consultants. And I'm not talking of a dozen crowd or a couple of hundreds. I'm talking of thousands, particularly in Western nations. So, President Muhammadu Buhari, this is the time for you to put any form of inhibition aside and open a door for dialogue. Don't let any of your aid, any of your assistants make this an occasion for passing across provocative messages on the social media. See what has happened to Nnamdi Kanu. You, his followers, you will see what will become of you. That will be terribly counterproductive. And I'm not a soothsayer. I'm not a member of IPOB, but I'm a social scientist and an observer of trends in Nigeria. And I know that the crowd I see that these guys pull, this Nnamdi Kanu pull, some of them are highly educated, sophisticated. The idea that they are all, illiterate traders is not true. Some of them are highly placed people. So we should not allow this to produce another form of Boko Haram. You know, Mohammed Yusuf was arrested too, similarly. And we don't know what happened. The next thing was to produce his corpse. And then it was like the end of Boko Haram had come. And then before you knew what was happening, an Abubakar Shekau was upon us. I don't want an Abubakar Shekau in the case of IPOB. I want whatever grievances IPOB members have to receive hearing at the presidential level. And after all, the Miyetti Allah, despite the atrocities its members are committing across the country, killing, maiming, destroying farms, and they keep talking and defending their people, they have not been taken to jail. Rather, the federal government is talking about reclaiming grazing routes for them. So in a way, federal government recognizes that they have some legitimate claims. And whether the method the president wanted to use to solve their problem is right or wrong, the fact remains that he gave them a hearing and he spoke in a way that will suit their nerves. Why can't President Buhari extend the same to all groups agitating? It's not just IPOB. In the east there, you also have MASOB before IPOB, and MASOB is still there. In Yoruba land, you have OPC and so many other groups that you don't even know exist. And then in the Middle Belt, the same thing. And the South, of course, you know of the Avengers, you know of the various groups there. So people are unhappy. A lot of people are dissatisfied. And it's not limited to Middle Belt and the South, even in the North. It's not everybody that is an establishment person. It's not everybody that is happy, even with the Buhari administration. It's not every Fulani that is happy. Why can't we have a national dialogue? President Buhari is teaching time, saves 9. God bless every lover of peace and progress listening to this.